美味しいです。喫茶店みたいな気がします。
Most restaurants don't survive 5 years. This one just hit 49, and they still make every single
You can
noodle
also have
by
your morning
hand. Welcome to our restaurant, the heaven of udon. You've had authentic Japanese udon at a restaurant near you. You already know it's not the same. Here's what you're actually missing. You've been told that cheap food means low quality. Yashima has been proving that wrong since before you were born.
Wow, nice intro. You're a good host, bro.
Thank you. Okay, folks. Okay, look at this. Thick udon noodles, sharp corners, still steaming. Chicken tempura sitting right on top.
Yep.
The udon, they're made by hand. They sleep overnight before we cook them. Wow, amazing.
The curry blend, nobody else has it. 3 spices, 1 secret ingredient. That's all I'll say. And me, I walked in here at 24 years old. Never left. 35 years behind this same counter.
Oh, cool. So what keeps a $6 udon shop alive for nearly half a century? That's exactly what we're here to find out.
So what time does your day actually start? 9:30 every morning. Before anyone walks through that door, we're already in here. First thing, the dashi. That's the base of everything. And what goes into it? Rishiri kelp. You know Rishiri? It's a small island up in Hokkaido, way up north. The kelp from there is different.
I actually didn't know much about Rishiri kelp before coming here. Like, what makes it so special compared to other kelp?
Rishiri Island sits in the Sea of Japan, right off the northern tip of Hokkaido. The water up there is cold, very cold, and clean. Kelp grows slow in cold water.
Oh, interesting.
Slow growth means the flavor concentrates more inside the leaf. Rishiri kelp produces a dashi that's light in color but very elegant. Not heavy, not muddy. It's the kind of dashi that doesn't shout at you.
Ah, you mean, it just sits there underneath everything, holding it all together. So it's like the quiet one in the group that's actually doing all the work.
Exactly. In Japanese cooking, we call that kind of dashi johin. It means refined, elegant. Rishiri dashi is johin.
Ah, I see. That's why it works so well with udon. The noodles are already strong in flavor.
Yep, you don't want a dashi that fights back. You want one that supports. Cleaner, deeper flavor. We use that as the base. Then we add the fish flakes. Not just one type, 3. Mackerel, bonito, and magica. Wait, magica? I don't think most people outside Japan know that one. That's the young bonito, right? Not something you see everywhere. Can you explain what magica actually is? Sure, my pleasure. You know, magica is young skipjack tuna. In English, you might know it as bonito, but magica is the younger, smaller version, caught when it's still light and fat.
Oh, fantastic. Because it's young, the flavor is softer.
Yes, less intense than fully grown bonito. It doesn't overpower the dashi. It just adds this gentle, almost sweet layer on top. Very delicate.
So it's like the bonito, but with the volume turned down a little.
Exactly. That's exactly why we use it alongside the regular bonito. Regular bonito gives you that bold, smoky punch. Magica softens it. Macro deepens it. 3 fish, 3 different jobs.
Wow, I never thought about fish flakes that way. Like each one has a role.
That's Japanese dashi for you. It looks simple from the outside, just water and some dried stuff. But every element is there for a reason. We take the lye out carefully too. That part takes time. You rush it, the bitterness stays.
Oh my God. So just the dashi process alone is already a whole morning.
Right? Most places just use bonito and call it a day. We mix 3. Yes, each one brings something different. Macro gives you the depth. Bonito gives you that clean, sharp hit. Magica, it smooths everything out. Together, they make something you can't get from one fish alone.
So just the dashi process alone is already?
Yeah, it's not fast. And we haven't even started on the seasoning yet. After the dashi is ready, we add mirin. Then soy sauce, salt, a little dashi granules on top to round it out. Every amount is the same every single day. No guessing.
Muscle memory at this point, completely.
35 years of the same morning. My hands just know. Then we prep the chikua, that's the fish cake. We chop it small, get it ready for the bowls. Carrots go in too. Everything cleaned, everything cut. And while all this cooking is happening, we clean. Wipe down every seat, tables, counters, the floor. The food prep and the cleaning happen at the same time. 2 things at once every morning. By the time customers arrive, everything is ready. Everything is clean. That's just how it goes.
Wow, okay, so the dashi is done. What's next?
Curry. This is the one people always ask about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the curry udon here has a reputation. What makes it different?
We have our own blend, Yashima blend curry powder. It's not something you buy off a shelf. We mix it ourselves.
How many spices?
3 types, plus one more thing.
You mean the secret ingredient?
Yeah, that one I won't talk about.
Yeah, but the base, can you walk me through that? God bless you.
Yes, why not? So we start with soba soup stock, not udon stock, soba stock. It has a slightly different character, darker, a little more assertive. We combine that with the curry powder blend. Mix it slowly, let it come together. The smell, when it hits the heat, it fills the whole shop. Cool, cool, love it.
So is the curry udon something you developed over time, or was it always on the menu?
It's been here from the beginning, but the blend evolved. We kept adjusting, a little more of this, a little less of that, until it became what it is now, something that's ours.
And Osaka has a lot of udon shops, like a lot. How do you think about that, the competition?
I think about it less now than I used to. When you're young, you look around, you compare. Who's busier, who's doing better. But after a while, you realize you can't win by copying someone else.
So what's the move?
You just have to make something nobody else has. That's it. The curry blend, nobody else has this. The dashi, nobody else makes it this way. If someone wants what we have, they have to come here. There's no substitute.
That's a quiet kind of confidence.
49 years teaches you that. You stop worrying about first or second place. You just focus on your own bowl.
I love that. Okay, so after the curry's prepped, what happens?
The udon dough. This is the part most people don't see. The dough we're using today, we made it yesterday.
Huh? Yesterday?
Yeah, we kneaded the day before, then we let it rest overnight. The gluten needs time to relax.
Yo, nice.
When it relaxes properly, the texture changes completely. It becomes smooth, elastic. When you cut it and cook it, the corners stay sharp. The bite is clean. That's what people mean when they say our udon is chewy. It's not just thick noodles, it's aged noodles.
So every bowl of udon served today was started yesterday. There's no fast version of this. Yeah, right. You can't rush gluten. You can't rush flavor. You just have to plan ahead and trust the process. You've been doing this every single day for 35 years.
Yes. Same dough, same timing, same result. That's the only way I know how to do it.
Hey, as I see, so while today's udon is resting from yesterday, you're already making tomorrow's?
That's right. Every morning while we're prepping for today's service, we're already thinking about tomorrow. The new dough gets made, kneaded, folded, rested, then we let it sleep until noon. By the time lunch rush is over, tomorrow's noodles are already halfway there.
So this kitchen is always living one day ahead.
Always. If we stop for even one day, the whole cycle breaks. You can't just decide to make udon in the morning and serve it at lunch. It doesn't work that way.
That's a level of commitment most people don't see when they sit down and order. They just see the bowl. They don't see the 24 hours behind it.
That's fine. That's how it should be. They should just enjoy it.
Okay, so while the dough is resting, what else is happening in the kitchen?
The rice. We make what we call gunpowder rice. It's a seasoned rice finished with salmon on top. The salmon gets laid over the rice while it's still hot. The steam does the rest. It's simple, but it has to be timed right.
Yeah.
Too early and the salmon dries out. Too late and the rice loses its heat.
So even the rice has its own little window.
Everything has a window. That's kitchen work. You're always watching the clock without looking at it.
And then 11 o'clock hits.
11 o'clock, we open. The sign goes up. First customers start coming up the stairs.
Wait, you have to climb stairs to get in?
Yes, the shop is on the second floor. You walk up and then it opens up in front of you. Counter seats right when you come in, then tables further back, and in the back corner we have horigotatsu.
For people who don't know, horigotatsu is the traditional Japanese style where the table is raised but the floor underneath is recessed. So you're sitting at table height but your legs are hanging down below. Like a booth, but Japanese.
Right. It's very comfortable actually, especially for older customers. You get the feeling of sitting on the floor, traditional style, but without destroying your knees.
Very practical.
58 seats total. Counter, tables, horigotatsu, and we have a parking lot outside, so people drive in from further away too, not just the ones who walk from the subway.
58 seats is actually pretty big for a neighborhood udon shop.
It fills up fast at lunch. Faster than you think.
Okay, let's talk about the menu because there's a lot going on here. Walk me through it.
So the most popular set is the fried chicken set, 950 yen, about $6.30. You get a big piece of fried chicken, rice, and udon. And large serving is free, no extra charge.
Free large. In 2026, that's almost unheard of.
We've always done it that way. The workers who come here, they need to eat, really eat. A small portion doesn't make sense for them.
What else is on the menu?
Curry udon with hot egg, 880 yen, about $5.80. You can choose white rice or a mini kayak bowl on the side. Natural prawn tempura grated bukkake, 1,080 yen, about $7.20. Special meat tempura bukkake, 1,530 yen, about $10.20. Kitsune udon, 730 yen, about $4.90. Cutlet curry udon, 1,030 yen, about $6.90. Selectable mini bowl set, 1,480 yen, about $9.90. You pick your mini bowl, comes with chicken tempura curry, and the Yashima specialty meat pot udon set meal, 1,050 yen, about $7.
So the most expensive thing on this menu is $10.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
And everything is made from scratch. Handmade noodles, house dashi, house curry blend for $10 max?
That's what we do. Always has been. The price is for the workers. The quality is for everyone.
Wow, I'm impressed. Yo, man, the door's open. First orders are coming in. What goes out first?
Usually the udon. People sit down, they know what they want, they've been here before. Most of them don't even look at the menu.
Let's talk about the noodles themselves, because looking at them right now, they're thick. Like noticeably thicker than what most people picture when they think udon.
That's Osaka style. We cut them thick. And because they've been aged overnight, the edges stay sharp. We can see the corners on each strand. That's how you know the dough was rested properly. A fresh, same-day noodle goes soft at the edges. Ours don't.
And the texture when you bite it?
Mochi mochi. That's the word in Japanese. Soft but with resistance. Like it pushes back a little before it gets. You know, it's not chewy in a tough way. It's chewy in a satisfying way. There's a difference.
Wow, that's such a specific feeling. Mochi mochi. I think anyone who's eaten fresh mochi knows exactly what that means.
Right. And the wheat flavor comes through too, because the noodle is thick enough to taste. Thin noodles just carry the soup. Thick noodles have their own flavor. You're eating two things at once.
Okay, so the noodles are in the bowl. Now the meat.
Sweet and spicy. Thinly sliced beef cooked down in a seasoned broth.
Oh, God, I'm hungry now.
I'll give you a big bowl later. You know, the sweetness comes from mirin and sugar. The spice is soy forward, a little sharp. It sits on top of the noodles and the juice from the meat drips down into the soup. So by the time you get to the bottom of the bowl, the soup is changed. It's richer, deeper.
So the bowl gets better as you eat it.
Yeah, that's the idea. You shouldn't finish a bowl of udon and feel like it got worse halfway through. Every bite should be at least as good as the last one.
Now, the curry udon with hot egg, that one looks incredible from where I'm standing.
The curry broth goes in first.
Yo, hot, very hot. Then the udon.
Yeah, then the egg. We call it ondama. It's a soft-boiled egg, but cooked very gently. The white is just set. The yolk is still running. You place it right on top.
And you mix it in?
You break it yourself. Let the yolk run down into the curry broth. It softens everything. The curry's bold, spicy, deep. The egg pulls it back, makes it rounder, creamier. Then you mix with the udon and every strand gets coated.
That sounds almost too good for $5.80.
People say that.
What about the chicken tempura bukkake? I keep seeing that word bukkake. For people who don't know the food context.
Yes, in food, bukkake just means poured over. The soup is poured directly over the noodles and toppings right before serving. So the chicken tempura sits on the udon, then the hot dashi gets poured over the top.
So the tempura is still crispy when it hits the table.
For about 30 seconds, yes. You have to eat it fast. That's part of the experience. The crunch, then the softening as the dashi soaks in. Some people prefer it crispy. Some people wait and let it absorb. Both are correct.
And there's seaweed on top?
Chopped seaweed, very fine cut.
High color, deep green, almost black. It adds a little ocean flavor. And visually, it makes the bowl look alive. Green and golden broth.
It's simple, but it works.
Okay, first customers of the day are settling in. What do they say?
The usual. The soup is good, noodles are chewy, delicious. Short answers, but honest ones. These are regulars. They don't need to explain. They just come back. That says more than any review.
That's the highest compliment, isn't it? Not what they say, just that they keep showing up.
Every time.
So it's past noon now. Full. Every table.
Yeah, people coming up the stairs faster than the one sitting down. This is the window, 12 to 1. Everyone eats at the same time in Japan, so you get everything at once.
And the orders just keep coming.
Non-stop. Tenno oroshi bukkake goes out first. That's the grated daikon bukkake. The daikon gets grated fresh, piled on top of the udon, then the hot dashi poured over. The daikon melts slightly into the broth. It cools it just enough. Refreshing but still rich. Very popular in summer.
Tenno oroshi. That name alone makes you want to order.
Right? Then the fried chicken set meal, 950 yen.
About $6.30. The chicken comes out golden, crispy on the outside, juicy inside. Big piece, not a snack size.
A real piece of chicken. Sits next to a bowl of udon and a mound of rice. Large serving, no extra charge.
I'm watching someone eat that right now, and honestly, the way they bit into that chicken, that sound, that crunch, that's what we're going for every single time. If it doesn't crunch, something went wrong. And then they stuff the rice right after. That's the move. Chicken, rice, udon. Rotate.
That's a Yashima lunch.
Okay, what else is going on?
Kuroge Wagyu beef ondama bukake. That one was a takeaway order. Kuroge Wagyu, that's Japanese black beef. It's a specific breed. The marbling on that beef is something else. Even in an udon bowl, you can taste the difference. The fat renders into the broth as you eat. Rich, silky. And the ondama egg on top, same as always. Runny yolk, soft white. Even packed to go, that bowl holds up. Japanese black beef in a $7 udon bowl. That's wild when you think about it. We don't cut corners on the ingredients. That's never been the conversation here. Then the curry udon orders start stacking up. Always. Curry udon is the one that gets people. First-timers order it because it sounds interesting, then they come back and order it again and again. It becomes their thing. Speaking of coming back, I heard someone came in today who's been a regular for 25 years. Yeah, he walked in, sat at the same spot, didn't look at the menu, ordered without thinking. 25 years. He said it's been a long time since his last visit, actually. But the moment he sat down, it was like nothing changed. That's kind of emotional when you think about it. 25 years of life happened, and this bowl just sits here, unchanged, waiting. That's what we try to do. When someone comes back after years away, it should taste exactly like they remember. If it doesn't, we fail. Consistency is the whole job. And today he ordered oyakodon set meal plus 2 chicken tempura bukake. 3 bowls between a few people. They were happy, talking, laughing. That kind of table, it feeds us too, you know? Not the food, the energy. I see, amazing. It's 12:15 now. The place is absolutely packed. People eating shoulder to shoulder. Someone's slurping udon at full volume and nobody cares. That's how it should be. Slurping is a compliment in Japan. It means you're enjoying it. It means the noodles are hot enough to eat fast. It means you don't want to slow down. And looking around this room right now, not a single person looks unhappy. Lunch should do that. You come in tired, maybe a little stressed. You sit down, you eat something real, you leave better than you arrived. That's all we're trying to do. Wow. Thank you for sharing. I think many viewers will visit your restaurant after watching this episode. The orders are still coming. What's going out now?
Katsudon, pork cutlet on rice. That one always goes to the people who want something serious.
Katsudon is interesting because it's not udon at all. It's a rice bowl. Breaded pork cutlet, egg, onion, all simmered together in a sweet dashi sauce, served over white rice. The egg is half set, still a little runny on top. It's one of those dishes that looks simple, but hits hard.
People order double sometimes. 2 portions. Just stack it. We don't judge. These are workers. They need fuel.
Double katsudon. That's commitment. And I'm noticing, how many people are running this floor right now?
3 of us. During peak hours, 3 people handle everything. Taking orders, running food, clearing tables, and washing in parallel. You can't let the dishes pile up. The moment dishes pile up, the whole rhythm breaks. So one person is always at the sink, even during the busiest moment.
3 people for a 58-seat room at full capacity? That's intense.
You get used to it. Your body just moves. You stop thinking and start reacting. After 35 years, the rush doesn't feel like a rush anymore. It just feels like work.
Natural prawn tempura grated bukake just went out. That one looks beautiful.
Natural prawn, not farm, wild caught. The texture is completely different, firmer, sweeter. When you fry it, it stays tight, doesn't fall apart. The tail curls up and the color goes bright orange. Then the grated daikon on top, cold dashi poured over, hot and cold at the same time.
I'm seeing a group just came in. Looks like office workers.
Yeah, we get a lot of those. Salaried workers, construction workers, delivery drivers, mix of everyone, really. Some people call ahead about the parking lot. Can I use it today? Is there space? They drive from further out just to come here.
That says something. People planning their lunch commute around your parking lot.
We appreciate every single one of them.
What are people saying today? The ones finishing up their bowls.
Same things as always. Udon is chewy, dashi is good, curry udon is their favorite. Some people say they can't explain it, but it's just right. The flavor feels familiar even the first time, like something they've been eating their whole life. That's the highest level of comfort food, when it feels like a memory before it becomes one. I think that's what Osaka food does. It's not fancy, it's not trying to impress you, it just wants to feed you well. And somehow that's more powerful than anything fancy could be.
Okay, I have to ask you directly. You walked in here at 24 years old, 35 years ago. What was that like?
I was young. I didn't think too far ahead. I just needed a job. Came in, started working, and then I just kept coming back.
Was there ever a moment where you thought about leaving?
Probably. When you're young, you always think about what else is out there. But then you look around, you see the customers, the same faces coming back. Watching them walk in stressed and leave smiling, that does something to you. Someone asked you today, what's the secret to staying 35 years? And you said something really simple, the customer smile. That's it. That's the whole answer. You can't fake that. When someone finishes a bowl and they look up and they're just satisfied, not performing satisfaction, actually satisfied. That's the thing that keeps you coming back the next morning and the morning after that.
35 years of mornings.
35 years of mornings. And I do it again. After the lunch rush clears, you're already back in the kitchen. Tomorrow's udon. We started before the last customer leaves. Knead the dough, set it to rest. By tomorrow morning, it'll be ready. We start again. The cycle never stops. It's not supposed to. That's the whole point. You stop the cycle, you break the promise. The promise that when someone climbs those stairs tomorrow, the bowl they get will be worth it every single time.
So here's what I'm taking away from today. The noodles are still made by hand every single day, and they still sleep overnight before anyone eats them. The dashi still starts at 9:30 in the morning, Rishiri kelp, 3 types of fish flakes, no shortcuts. And 3 people still run a 58-seat room at full capacity during lunch without breaking a sweat.
It's not complicated. You just have to be willing to do the same thing right every day. The day you take the easy way is the day the bowl gets worse. And the customers notice. They always notice.
I think that's it. That's the whole story of Yashima in one sentence. A shop that never stopped doing the hard thing. And one person who never needed a reason to leave because he already had a reason to stay. 49 years, $6 a bowl, and a smile that kept one man coming back for 35 years. That's what great food does. It doesn't just fill you up. It gives you some way to belong.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you for helping me tell this meaning story. And folks, that's it for today. If this story meant something to you, if you enjoyed this story, hit that like button, drop a comment with your favorite dish, and subscribe so you don't miss the next real story from Japan's streets. It helps us keep telling stories like this. See you in the next one. We tell stories like this every week. Bye-bye.
Nó